Okay, so this is something that I never ever thought I would talk to you guys about. I'm not gonna lie, I would rather talk to you about making beds and exercising and eating clean and how to dye your eyebrows, but I truly believe that God laid this challenge before me so I could help some of you guys. And I would be lying if I said I didn't think about not sharing it, because it's embarrassing and it's kind of something that it seems like nobody else has had a problem with. And I'm not gonna lie, like I full on thought that I had mastered parenting. I was like, I'm a freaking badass, man. I got a kid in the NFL. My daughter was a professional dancer. She's killing it in school. She's married, she's happy. I have 3 more kids that are on their way to being college athletes. They got scholarships, they all have great grades, they're great kids. And I got this little baby girl that I prayed and prayed and prayed for. And we have always been best friends. And in fact, we would call each other BBFF, very best friend forever. And then all of a sudden, like, she didn't really like me anymore. She was always grumpy. She always looked sad. She always didn't really want to be around us. And to be honest, I just thought, she's 13. Damn, those teenage girl years. They're so dramatic and they're so emotional, and she's gonna grow out of it. She's gonna be totally fine. Everything's gonna be fine. And we just went about our business, and her grades started to drop. And to be honest, I don't have any kids that are crazy, like online junkies, not like crazy video game people, so it didn't really even cross my mind. I've been known to take away any Xboxes or anything, and we hide them, and then some other person's kid gives my kid another one, and I take it away. I've run them over. I've taken them on trips with me, but it just never even occurred to me, especially my little baby girl, because girls don't even really play video games or anything. So her grades started to drop. And Mike and I decided that we were going to block her phone and her brothers. My older kids never had to deal with this tech world. It was never something that we had ever had to deal with. We never crossed this road. This was new for us. And so we put the blocks on their phones. We thought every once in a while we would find out that they had hidden an out behind something. Their friends had shown them how to do that. We found out that they would find an old phone somewhere in our house that we were no longer using. And although it didn't have phone service, you need to know that they can get on the internet on those phones. That was one of the huge problems. That was one of the things that created this problem. So, fast forward to January, and we think that they're blocked, and Zach comes home, and thank God. Zach said, "What are these grades? This isn't acceptable in our house. You guys have always pushed me so hard, and this isn't acceptable. Give me their phones. You guys are idiots. You don't know how to do it right." And the research I'm doing, it's true. One of the problems is that these parents we don't understand this tech stuff very well, and we had blocked them incorrectly. We thought we'd fix it at one point, but kids are so smart that when you set them up with your email, or you set them up on their email, they can go on and change the passwords. They would they'd sneak on a computer where we always have our passwords saved, right? And then they could just go right into one of our emails and search for it, and they could find what that password was to change that password, and then they could get back in again. And so Zach locked it down. Zach is very tech savvy. He's really smart, and he locked her down. And we were like, okay, great, we're on the road here. And all of a sudden I started noticing my computer kept disappearing. And I would say, Sophie, where's my computer? And she'd say, oh, Mom, I don't know. And then all of a sudden it'd be sitting on the counter. Sophie, where's my computer? And then all of a sudden it'd be on the couch. And I had this super overwhelming feeling. I mean, I talked about it earlier. I was just sick about it. Something was making me super sick about the phone. I sent out an email to all of her friends and begged the parents to please let us go to a Gab phone. Like, please, you guys, something. I just have this really strange feeling that something's wrong. And if we did it together, I really think that they would be okay. And I talked about it on here. I posted something about it. You guys all need to watch your kids, that we don't, really understand what's happening. And I actually have a highlight bubble that talks about it. And one Saturday night, I was in my room working on some stuff, and I got this overwhelming sick feeling. You need to go get your computer. And I went and got my computer, and I checked the history, and she had been chatting with a certain account that was not anyone that I would ever want my child to be speaking to. By the pictures they were posting, they were very dark, talking about death, and really, really dark. They were anime posts. If your children are into anime, go look up Anime Obsession. It is a real thing, and it is so frightening. It's a real thing. Like, kids sometimes need, in China and in Japan, they'll put them in camps to get them over this anime obsession, and it changes the wiring in their brain. So she had managed to get on something and delete the account. And I believe that we have connections with people, and we cross paths for a reason. And that day I'd gone to visit a friend, and later in that day I had mentioned something in my class about it, and one more time in another class. And I'd mentioned, I had 3 different people in that day come up and tell me, Lisa, my daughter fell into this horrible dark trap. They were speaking to predators. They are suicidal. Lisa, it's bigger than you think. And I wanted so bad to believe. She told me she was chatting with a little girl that was 11. And I think that's where most moms stop, because that's what you want it to be, right? Oh, okay, she was just chatting with an 11-year-old girl, and we're gonna stop her right here. It's not gonna happen anymore. And because I spoke to those people that day, I did not give up. And I searched and searched and searched, and I found, this is what you guys don't understand. I've been getting tons of messages saying, oh, I checked their account. I checked their messages. They are setting up fake accounts. You guys are setting up fake emails. They're setting up fake TikToks. They're setting up fake Roblox. You don't even know these accounts exist. Okay, so this isn't just checking. I checked the one with her name on it too, and there was nothing there. So to kind of give you an idea how this transpired, because believe me, I was like, I need answers. I need to understand how this happened. I raised my daughter different than this. I raised you better than this, Soph. And you guys, we sat down, we watched all the movies. We watched all the Dateline specials about online predators. And she was scared, and she was like, Mommy, that's so scary. And I'm like, Soph, it's like, they're out there. Please be careful. And I thought I'd done all the things. I thought I'd warned her. And then she's playing Roblox. which I've talked to you guys about Roblox, and I think what's bothering me is I'm getting all different kinds of messages. I'm getting messages from just so heartfelt, praying for you, praying for Sophie. Thank you. And then I'm also getting messages from parents that are like, my kid is on lockdown and I'm trying so hard and it's so frustrating because their friends aren't. And my kid is so mad at me and hates me, and they tell me I'm the only one that doesn't have social media. And you guys, that's not fair to those parents. They are trying to save their kid. They're trying to save your kid. And then there's these parents that are in denial. You're in denial. I hate to tell you that. I was in denial, okay? And I've got these parents that are like, oh no, I've got them on limited time. If you don't think that a predator can do damage in 1 hour a day, you are wrong, okay? You are wrong, I'm telling you. I've got parents that are like, I checked with my kid, they play Roblox, it's okay, Lisa, they don't online chat with anybody else, so it's cool, it's good. You guys, I didn't know mine was either, okay? They can change the passwords, they can open the door. I don't know how these predators unlock these, I don't know how they do it, okay? But they do it, and they're talking to your kid. And it's basically like taking your 3-year-old little kid and leaving him at a park, and you going to lunch with your friends, and let's be honest here. I mean, it was a perfect plan. Satan's like, you know what? I'm going to give them a phone and I'm going to enamor these parents with flashy things, pretty things for sale, and beautiful bodies and recipes and gorgeous cars and vacations. And I'm going to get them right here, and then we're going to steal their kids. How about that, you guys? How about that? How's that sound? And they all cheered and they said, sounds like a plan, Satan. Let's go. You guys, it's like leaving your 3-year-old at a park. You going into your virtual world, getting lost, looking for the perfect foundation, and then letting all these people in the world have access to your 3-year-old. And those of you that are setting time limits, those of you that are saying, no, I blocked it. I let them on, but only for a certain amount of time. That's like putting a little leash on them. You act like they can't go over and undo the leash. You act like somebody else can't come over and undo the leash or cut the rope. You guys, you need to take back your title as parent. You need to take back your power as their mother. You're in charge of these beautiful babies. And I failed horribly because this is a new world that I don't understand. So he led her, first of all, I should say, on Roblox, he posed as a boy her age. So she thought she was getting on Roblox, she was playing with this fun kid, he was really charismatic. She'd say, Mom, he was so nice in the beginning. He was so nice. Now think about it, the real world is so much harder, right? You go out in the real world. Sorry, I need a drink, 1 sec. All right, so, real world is hard, you guys, right? You have to make friends, you have to be brave, you're in junior high, you have to go up and talk to somebody, and there's a little bit of drama, and you have to have cute hair, and you have to wear the greatest jeans, you have to wear the coolest dunks, right? Real life is kind of hard, and it's even harder now because these poor kids, they're like going online, you know, they're going on their phones, they're texting their friends, and they don't text back. And then they go and they look on TikTok and their friends are all over at someone else's house making a TikTok together. It is a really hard time for these kids to grow up and try to survive. And so what happens is they go on this game, and here's this kid. He's always there. Isn't that weird? He's always there, just ready to play with you and to tell you how smart you are and to tell you how great you are and to tell you that you have a great personality and he loves talking to you. And then, guess what the sneaky asshole did? He introduced her to some friends. This is my friend, she's 11. She's an 11-year-old little girl. I'm not gonna say their names because we're gonna find this asshole. And so then she felt comfortable. Here's a kid her age, there's a little girl that's 11, here's another one that's just 14. And then they introduced her to another one. Okay, this kid, he says he's 15, and they're all just friends. And it doesn't matter what you look like. You can have big baggy sweats on, you have to brush your teeth, you can put your hair in a ponytail, and everyone thinks you're great. Yeah, and they're always there. It's weird. They're always there, just when you need them. You guys, they were all the same guy. She had no idea. So they're all friends now. And they say, hey, go hook up with us over on TikTok. Yeah, let's share some videos. It'll be fun. It'll be so funny. So they all go over to TikTok where there's direct messaging. And that's where they do their real work. Thank God she never sent any pictures. But he kept asking. I read all the messages. I know she didn't send any pictures because he didn't know what she looked like. She had posted a picture with just tips of her hair, so we knew she was blonde. There were times that he would tell her that if she really liked him, she would chop all her hair off, that she would dye it purple. Those are how they know. Those are ways that they know that they're in control, that these kids are all in. I think the hardest part for me was knowing that he took a huge portion of the end of her childhood. He controlled her to the point that he would tell her when she needed to be on, when he wanted to talk to her. He used the other people, which were him, against her. One would write him and say, because you were not nice to him, because you didn't do this for him, he tried to kill himself. Can you imagine? She was 13, she's 13. Can you imagine the weight of the world? Somebody else has tried to kill themselves because you didn't do what they said. He told her to kill herself. He would beat her down so bad and tell her she was fat and ugly and nobody loved her. And then he would come back and say, I'm so sorry. I'm so sorry. I'm here for you. I'm the only person that will ever love you. I'm here for you anytime you need me. I'm so sorry. I just had a bad day. I'm just really struggling right now. And then she would come back with, I'm so sorry. I should have been nicer to you. They'd prey on the sweet ones. She was so sweet, reading her little messages. She was so concerned. He slipped up a few times and she didn't catch it. He said, she said, hey, are you there? He wrote back and said, no, you stupid dumb bitch. I can't talk to you right now. I'm teaching. She said, what are you teaching? He said, I teach the 5th grade. And then he quickly corrected himself and said, I'm just kidding, I don't. He sometimes would talk about how loud the kids were in the room. He talked about his kid was sitting on his lap. She said, your kid? He said, oh, I'm just kidding. It's just my nieces and nephews. You guys, these predators are neighbors. They're coaches. They're school teachers. They have children. They have wives. They're attorneys and doctors and lawyers. And they're after our kids. And the sad thing is I've been doing a lot of research on predators. I really need to understand what the hell this is all about. You guys, it's this false world that people can be or do or say anything they want. When I try to talk to her about it, she literally says, Mommy, I don't know how it happened. They were just so nice. And they were just kids like me. I said, Sophie, they're all the same guy. And she said, Mama, I wondered if it was, but I just didn't want to hurt anyone's feelings. And if I said anything like that, they would just be so mean to me. And I just didn't want anyone to be mean to me. My heart just aches. She was carrying the world on her shoulders. And she was scared and she didn't know what to do. She didn't want this person to kill himself if she cut ties with him, but she couldn't tell me because she didn't know what to say. Let's look at the other side. These little kids are being exposed to pornography. I've had all these moms writing me the saddest stories, you guys. These kids are going through links on Roblox. Do you know that Roblox, you guys that all think you're so smart and just put blocks and limit the time, do you know they have sex rooms? Do you know that they have gang rapes in the park? That is nothing that a little child brain should be exposed to. And this damn game is rated like 6 to 18. And they have gang rapes? What the hell is going on? You are little innocent babies are looking at that. And then these kids can click on links and go to porn sites, just like that. I have a mom that accidentally left her computer open. Her 7-year-old has been looking at porn since he was 7. He's so horribly addicted now. At 17, they don't know what to do because it increases, it gets more vile, it gets more abusive because their little brains are in this false world. And what started as normal porn, which is disgusting as it is, they need more and they need more and they need more. And that's how they end up watching underage porn. They need to feed the addiction, so they end up watching younger porn and younger porn. You guys, it's going to affect them the rest of their lives. They'll never have a normal relationship. Thank God I caught her at a point where she's rebounding really quick. I laid the rules. I said, this is the way it's going to be if you're going to live here. And she cries and she cries and she really had no idea what was happening. They're very manipulative. They're very controlling. Once they connect with them, your child does not have a chance. They do not have a chance. 1 in 7 children are being groomed right this second. Right this second. Is it worth it to you to put limited time, just a little bit? Just a little bit. I want my kid to like me. All the other moms are doing it. You know what also sucks? Is there's these parents that are trying so damn hard to let them hold on to their youth. They're trying so hard to shut them down. And then they all go to the other parents' houses and they all get online. You know how many messages I got from young kids that were like, I'm 23 now. And my parents had me on lockdown. They just loved me. They wanted to take care of me. And I just thought I was so damn smart. I just went over to the neighbors and we all watched porn together. We all chatted with people that we had no business chatting with. My parents were just trying to take care of me. And I saw things that I should have never seen. Do you want to be the parent that freaking lets all the damn neighbors come over and watch porn and talk to predators? You guys, we have to do this together. We are all in this together. It can't just be a select parent, select like 5 parents in the whole damn school. We all have to do it together. So I think we should start a movement. I think we need to come up with some rules. I don't think you realize Kids are like, independence. I want my independence. Our parents are writing and go, but my kids want to feel independent. They want to be able to make choices on their own. This is not a place for them to learn independence, okay? It's not that I don't trust my kids. I don't trust Satan. I don't trust these men. There's women out there too that are after my kids, you guys. They're after your children. This is not the place to let them learn independence. Make them make their own damn lunch, okay? Stop calling the school and changing their school teachers. Make them deal with real life problems. That's where independence comes from. Not letting them into dark spaces that they do not have the mental capacity to control. So I'm going to be writing up some checkpoints that I think are really, really important. And I would love you guys to join me. And I hope it goes viral, and I hope that we save our kids. And I hope it becomes super cool to be the mean mom. Mean moms just love their kids. So I'm gonna put some little points. I need to think through them a little bit. Number one, stop having your phones during family time. Put them away. It's not fair to the two little ones. I've got college kids. I cannot tell them they can't have their phone. I'm sure as hell gonna tell them they can't have them at my dinner table. I'm sure as hell gonna tell them they can't have them when we're playing cards and we're hanging out. It's not fair to the two that are still going through some stuff. Blocking out all social media. Your kids should have nothing on their phone but a camera, music, calling, and text. And you know what? If you have a kid that's being bullied, for hell's sakes, take away their text. Pay attention. I pick up her phone all day long, read all the texts. I coach her through things. Honey, you shouldn't have said that. Baby, don't use that word. Bro. Stop using the word bro, for hell's sakes. You're a beautiful little girl. Don't call people bro. Okay, Mom. God gave me this beautiful girl, and I let her down because she was grumpy and I didn't want to deal with it. Oh, I'd do anything to go back. I'd do anything to go back. To be a little meaner, to hold her a little tighter. When she's home, I'm never on my phone. It is always in my purse. That's where I've been, because she needs her mother. And for the first time in about 9 months, I've seen my little girl laugh and smile a lot. And there's been a couple times she's broken down and been like, Mom, this is boring, I hate golfing, the boys are golfing. And I say, you know what? Listen to me. There's two ways you can look at life. I hate golfing. Or you can look at it like, wow, I'm here, the sky is beautiful, it's 73 degrees, I have awesome brothers that love me, and a mom that just wants to hug the shit out of me. So we're working on some things. She's gonna be okay. She's gonna be okay. The other things you need to pay attention to where your teenagers are gonna get in trouble, and I got lots of messages about this. People asking your teenage children for nudes. On Instagram, especially. I'm gonna send you some too. They send them back. And then they come back and they say, send me 10 grand, or I'm gonna send it to your whole school. And they do it. They do it and they ruin their life. It's just not worth it to me, you guys. So who's in with me? Who's gonna do this with me? I need you guys to do it with me. Mean Mom Club, who's in?